Abrofo Enyamana Sebio Yerevia Efri Asante Mantum Nei Omakasa Ajatumse Ese Deba Na Yedebache for Afai and any Enyamai Ecochair Otumfuo. Professor Afeni Ekaho and Enyamai Yashia the Abedi Awagana Erica Jones, Sylvia Foni, Rachel Reno. They were all parts in negotiating for these artifacts to be with us here. His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic.
Asante Otumfuo Otumfuo abebio. Ema ananu amabagina apapa. Yekano yenka enya Mampani Abedekwe, Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, Yenka Anya, Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Right Honorable Abambabin, Yenka Anya, Otumfuo, Wadi Omayi Suda, Yenka Enya Muhammad, what the president is Eda. Yenka Enya, Enyanu Media, Fowler Museum, a free University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. Abaha again, everything and Kibia Lecture. Now, that when I did Shemu at the Saganti War, 1874, Kadma, free a brother, symposium, our tech, book launch, symposium, just about Asante. Now, we are the cassette. Adana Asante, yani roni koye yi na emum seketi fane kaye. Ye kai se roni abranu anonya kai ewura kumase ama ye nema asum yebo free Otumfuo osetu yodi kai epenso obese sani na akoye oshi kumase demo Otu Omano Adeja. Oh, Kase, Asante Yen Toribio. And so, your man, Kuma, Pimbaban. Yes, sorry, a sign, a country, a side your man is the home. It is a Asante, a professor, resident. Yet to me, I would do say, you have begun to. So far, to me, one day, now Pajamo, now here, I'm a good a year. If you say, Nima, a buyer, I'm tired at the Pajapoyan, saying, Yabani here, Yagia, no, so, Kaka. You see, Otumfuo, you didn't know with Yapujan. What in was your say, the Kuna, a Japadia, to Koyan. Obeba ama Asante abediga dia efata anya ketwa ene e kasha nyama ni monyam e kan fu nanam samanfo se Otumfuo akon ye a obuso ko a cha se e fie de nunu ye be hu ensentrene Otumfuo. Fowler Museum. One of the Nana Kakari recipe. Abba. Otumfuo. Edakacha say, Odoroma. What do you need? Asante amount. Otini Chrome, what we have to become Chrome. Nasa Otumfuo, or they are not there. And then, Kasapa, and then Grandpa, and then, not a idea. I said, now, your friend, I'm saying about what said to me. That's Otumfuo said. Some of this job we are, whatever. Then from court, you come and we are. No more, sir. So you feel what happened to you. I came for. It's me. Yes, I was just here. And I'm not having it will be straight. It will be
Bukowski, a professor at the University of Birmingham, said the Integrity War was an unprovoked war against the Ashantis, blended with selfish interests. And today we are commemorating the 150 years of the Integrity War.
Professor Ampini, Otumfuo, America, no buy, Rama, Korea, Womudia, Signo, Conform.
We stand here on history's crossroads. 150 years ago, to this day, the British military forces invaded Kumasi and almost destroyed the city. To further cause instability, they plotted a matricide, the murder of the heir apparent to the Asante Kofi Kakari. That is very much. It took many treasures to the United Kingdom and sold them on the open market. And so individuals and organizations such as the British Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum acquired some. With time, some of the objects got to the Americas, to as far as West Coast in California, and to the University of California in Los Angeles. For over a century, three of your predecessors called for the return of these objects. When he returned from exile in 1924, Prempeh I did so. His nephew, Prempeh II, in 1946, met with the leadership through the keeper of ethnography at the British Museum on these. A decision was even made that a £20,000 museum will be established. It was never done. Your brother Opukuwari II continued, and there was the famous exhibition, The Kingdom of Gold, in London and New York, of which the Armenian was very instrumental. Last year, you met the leadership of the British Museum and the Victoria and Albert Museum to reopen negotiations. You asked the British historian and expert on Asante, Malcolm MacLeod, and I to serve as technical advisors. The trustees of these British museums made the historic announcement, and the world got to know of it. It is all about your evolving new cultural cooperation, as you made it clear at the historic May 2023 meeting in London. It was in the course of the negotiation that you said we should work and coordinate the restitution of objects that the Fowler Museum was to bring back. Since 7 of these were part of the 1844 looted objects, we worked with the museum's leadership and the advisor, Kwesi Ampini, who is a professor of ethnology at the University of Texas in the US. The leadership visited you in Kumasi and worked with the team. Your ultimate effort is what we have today. For those who get confused, what we have today were part of the original looting of 18. Otumfuo, then these are then the elderly objects of your forebears, snappers of the civilization they shared with the world. They are tired objects, but they are also objects of misfortune. When they are home with you, they go back far before Asante or say Kutu, passing through Asante. As you told me recently, this same year also marks the death in Kumasi 200 years ago of your great ancestor Asante, who died in January 1824. The same year and the same month as his great English friend T. Bordich. As you read into the second quarter of the 21st century, may your time increase among us, and may he also be well with you. At this point, I will ask Asante to introduce the leadership of the Fowler Museum and for his director to give some comments.
Good afternoon, Bible. Mira, Chairman, Witty, Amato, Otumfuo, Otumfuo, Ababiu, said, Medina, or the share is an arrow. I want to and so, or the pong, a pen, or the pong, and I made it introduce you. You may go no more, Fowler Museum, University of California, Los Angeles. You did not make the lecture, Mira, Madaro. Dr. Sylvia Forney, Director of the Fowler Museum, Patron. Dr. Eric Jones. Oye, Director, African Curator, African Arts, they were Fowler Museum. You did Dr. Rachel Reno, or no sooner, collections in the Fowler Museum going on. So, not just say, but not just here. Now, we are director, also will be the
Your Majesty, Otumfuo it is with great emotion that I stand here today to present to Your Majesty 7 historical artworks, some of which were looted from the palace in 1874, and others that were part of the indemnity that the Asante were forced to pay to the British at the end of the Sovereignty War. The history of these objects has become evident to us through research that Dr. Erica Jones, here with me today, recently conducted on the collection that the Fowler Museum received from Sir Henry Wellcome 60 years ago. Once this information was clear, we knew that these objects needed to come back to Your Majesty and to the Asante people. This journey for us started over 2 years ago, and it would not have been possible without the fundamental contribution of Professor Asante from Tufts University, who guided us at every step and helped us bring this to your attention so that we could plan the proper way to return these works. I want to also acknowledge my colleague, Dr. Rachel, for navigating the complicated shipping logistics at exceptional speed. We're also grateful to Mr. Ira Ajalandwa for assisting with government diplomacy and quite literally clearing the road for us so that we could bring these pieces safely to Your Majesty on this day. These works are now here and forever return to the Asante people. These pieces have had a long and troubled history, and they're witnesses to tragic moments in the history of the Asante Kingdom. They are also a testament of the long tradition of beauty, artistry, and craftsmanship that have made Asante art famous throughout the world. Years to come. Thank you.
UTV. Elder Isaac Owaha, the CEO of Rocky Park.
Yeah. Elder Isaac. And it's a your Kwame, it's Remuno, and Yamano, and Yachre, Nanano, and you know, where and Penesia did you know what dance any tea, more and the encore and so on, and some opinion, but you that a large mammoth, but the channel, and then and Penifo, so at the one dance, and it's a Yamano, and it was from what's here, and Yamana, every museum, what would you say, I show more. If we say no more, they come one more, and name or do one commander Roma. Yes, sir, I can't yet. It's coming.
Oguzwa Etijum, Dr. Kweku Otin, of His Majesty, the chiefs and people of Ashanti. It's with the pride that I welcome Honorable Ayu Afriye, the Honorable MP of Efijasi. And again, I
now you call Yendi. So come me, I'm not one of Aquaba, and I feel when for Eric Nana Ajimai, or no any atuation more for penny culture for Dano. Some can
say no instrument here, your friend is simply one.
And
Casaphobia, what they are for brain, Casaphon, so it's also for me. And the Casaphobia, what they are for brain, Young Yenema say Cratchit. No more instrument there, the famous 61. And check the one kind. And also, I get a perfect attack with their soul.
61.
Still in a seat, the Vice President of the Republic, the MPP presidential candidates,
as we commemorate the 150th anniversary of the end of the Civil War, the war between the United Kingdom and the Asante people. Whenever I think about the long, deep and complex relationship that exists between the kingdoms of the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ghana, it brings to my mind the Adinka symbol of Sankofa, which teaches us the importance of learning from the past. And as we do so, we must acknowledge the wrongs of the past. So today, with the deepest sense of gratitude for the warmth of the relationship that exists between our countries today, gratitude for the fantastic collaboration that shows itself in so many different ways. And today we celebrate the collaboration between the V&A Museum, the British Museum, the University of California in Los Angeles, and Windsor Palace, which results in the return of these very precious artefacts to their home, to the Ashanti Kingdom, to the Republic of Ghana. It's a long and deep collaboration that involves training, capability building, and it will continue well into the future. I'm grateful also for the wider relationship that exists between the United Kingdom and Ghana. It's a relationship that is as broad as it is deep, stemming from our shared respect for human rights and our commitment to the future. It's a forward-looking partnership, but we can't look to the future unless we understand the past. So I say thank you, Medase, for the honour of being part of this ceremony here today, and I give thanks and look forward with optimism to the strong, warm partnership that will strengthen as we move ahead together. Thank you.
Here I say Asante, the name of the freedom by and I'm the development museum. I say, I'm not museum one, and then you will be able to name of the museum.
Uko mizoa uko nyama habari hizi.
Anything